The time has come. This politics, somebody says NPP, NDC, it's a system problem that I will any day support this minister to embark on reforms. How come containers at the ports, containers that have arrived, the bureaucracy? It is true that when these containers come, there is some connivance with some customs officials and they sell.
The ECG missing container no more cry, no cry fiamana, I bedroom porter, a biara na current Minister of Energy, any green transformation or a call parliament, or the call to and no international security, our investigations, or how arrested a lot of people. No, we and honorable Afenyo Markins, and then I know the and shame, I can say, Abra or ye the board chairman of ECG, no, just say, a dear Koso Hopana, just say, from who technocrat for no, they are asoma planning, send a bear, the politicians, on with boom, send a bear on Becasacasana, on the 10 be no more song. Now, or see, or someone calling for investigations now, or no, or supporting any investigations our current government no be put in place to retrieve all these things to stop these things going forward. Until we for best process and then no first time who your channel best subscribe and also share Facebook so bet me follow ye. We share TikTok so bet me follow ye. No share video in a month for so I discover. Young can go see Afenyo Markins and do same. Now you are your jam command so.
Yes, leader.
Mr. Speaker, first let me commend the maker of the statement for bringing this matter to the floor. I have heard views expressed on this matter. And I must say that today is another day of sadness for the politics of the country. Because a system has succeeded in setting us up to set ourselves apart. Mr. Speaker, let me give some few facts for the Hansard of this House. I had the privilege of chairing Ghana Water. Every single reform I initiated ended up in the media, caused by the very people who perpetrated it. And in the end, it turned political. So, nothing gets done. ECG, I had the privilege of chairing the board in July. Because I'm a businessman, the first question I ask myself is that how can ECG award a contract? And when the contract is awarded, all the person does is deliver at the port, present bill of lading, and request for payment. I said, with the greatest respect, I don't want to use a word. This is Parliament. I was shattered. I said, how? And ECG would have to pay. So I realized that ECG was paying a lot of bills when they have not even had access to the goods. And when you ask them, I asked the procurement manager, director of procurement, a question. I said, why did he say, oh, chairman, this is the practice since. This is the practice. And they will bring you document. I listened to honorable member for Secondary, lawyer, you from Secondary, question meeting. And I am adopting his submissions as though they were mine. The time has come. This politics, somebody says NPP, NDC, it's a system problem that I will any day support this minister to embark on reforms. How come containers at the ports, containers that have arrived, the bureaucracy at our ports, they say the containers are missing. Mr. Speaker, it is true that when these containers come, there is some connivance with some customs officials and they sell these containers, these cables that ECG needs after the supplier has been paid. They sell the container and then people resell back to ECG. Are we pretending we don't know? Instead of us to pay attention and kill the rots, then we come here, then NPP, NDC. So now they say, oh, maybe it's happening on the NPP, it's happening on the NDC. No. An honorable minister, I know what you can do. If we can give you support to do it, you must adopt a posture, a non-partisan posture, and tackle the rots. But if we all want to approach it, NPP, NDC, Mr. Speaker, it will remain. NDC will spend 4 years, 16 years, 20 years. The same thing will be there. They will come into opposition, and the same thing would arise again. Then the perpetrators will be there in the system. Mr. Speaker, today, Ghanaian businesses cannot sleep because there's a new government, whereas foreign businesses are surviving because their ambassadors will be protecting their businesses. So Ghanaian businesses who did business in NPP time are at risk, whereas foreign companies are surviving because we are quick to say this business is a pro-NPP, so it should die. What are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to ourselves? Mr. Speaker, I know the minister will come and say, oh, ECG has a huge bill. There is debt. Now who calls them? Us, as a political class. When there are issues, we don't identify the issue and say, this one is a national issue. Let's kill it. We want to play partisan football with it. It comes back to haunt us. How many people pay bills in Ghana? ECG. All the power that we produce. Mr. Speaker, let me hazard a guess. I can say, not on authority, that less than 20% of consumers pay. A lot of factories consume electricity, they don't pay. The prepaid is adjusted all over. At the end of the day, it becomes the debt of the state. These are things that if the minister comes and says, look, I am embarking on serious reforms, I will go all out to back him. Because if the nation fails, it affects all of us. And for NPP, NDC, we shouldn't be too comfortable with this democracy. With this day social media, the youth, they are so impatient that if we continue to play this game, they will be watching. We may be surprised. Let's be careful. Let us be careful as a political class. The issue at stake is scandalous, is serious, it's not NPP, NDC matter. All these public institutions, and sometimes some of the appointees of the previous government, you see them even saying that they are professionals. They were not NPP. Now they come here and then they are dining with you. You're also happy. When you lose power, they turn around and they do this and that and that. And then they are hitting our heads and we are here shouting. No. The public system, the public service structure, those SOEs, that government invests so much. Every now and then, we have bureaucracies being established by law, and the state will give money. Look at the initiative, this gold bond initiative. For all you know, government means well. But trust me, if in the enactment, we don't put in place the support systems, people will take the money and say, but I helped the NDC to come to power. He won't even go and buy the gold, and you cannot even prosecute. I invested in Winneba. I bought taxis for my people. The person is working. He's not paying. You can't prosecute. You can't even then have to pay. What is going on in the country? Because politics. We know. We set up initiatives. Where we are helping our people. We give them the loans. Kufuor's Maslock. People didn't pay. Rawlins's intervention program, poverty alleviation, they didn't pay. When Rawlins lost, Atamons lost, and Kufuor came, all the attempt to prosecute those people who didn't pay the loan, they said because they were NDC. When Kufuor also came and they took the loan and they didn't pay, and Atamons was prosecuting, they said, I'm MPP. And it's been going on. and we still saying the national debts. All these social interventions that are going down the drain, it's become consumption, not investment. So as a political class, let's wake up. Let's get more serious. Let's get more serious. Tackle the issues. $700 million is no cheap money. Go to ECG. Those companies are chasing ECG, and now because the minister is enforcing the cash waterfall, they say they get only 40 million cedis, and the 40 million cedis is not even enough to pay salary. Those officers at ECG, those directors, they are the ones who should hold them to account and stop this political football we play. And then we come and we say it was NPP time. Honorable member who brought the statement up, with the greatest respect to you, I do not think an answer will be in a parliamentary inquiry. With the greatest respect to you. And honorable minister, I do not think an answer to the problem is a political inquiry. Hold the bull by the horn. And I, Kwamina, will support you because I've been there. In fact, I've seen a lot of the rot in our public service system. I've seen a lot of the rot in the SOEs, but they take advantage of us as politicians. They mess up and they know that, oh, the politicians will make noise. Then they are still chopping and milking the states. You and I know. You and I know. The managing director of ECG, the director of procurement, must be seen to be telling us why, as a director of procurement, he will issue a contract, and then the contract is that deliver at the port, bring bill of lading, and ask for payment without even having access to it. And then a minister is to take a blame. A minister must not take a blame on this matter. It shouldn't be a political partisan matter, but it's a system failure which we have the capacity, the authority to deal with. I shall rest my case, Mr. Speaker. If we are serious, this is the day. And Minister, I crave your indulgence to do what is right for legacy purpose, for your image, and I'm sure you will live up to that day.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, the minister is not out of order. If it pleases him, I'm just coming in with point of information. Mr. Speaker, respectfully, it must be for the records that we managed to order that under a new dispensation, all contract to be awarded by ECG should be aimed at delivery at their warehouses. On this in September 2024, when this matter came to the fore, and whilst I was there as chair, this was done, and it is part of the report to the minister. I just wanted that for the record, so that nobody goes behind it to attempt to say that there is still an existing arrangement where you award and you deliver at the port, just by way of information to him, to help him.
Thank you very much. Yes.
It has to be ready before you distribute. The minority chief whip wanted to know from him whether he has the report. He says that all the report except the gold board bill.
No.
Relax. If it is cocoa board you mean, then why lay? So take it out. If it is cocoa board, if the cocoa board report is not ready, then you can lay. Please, I heard the speaker. The speaker said all the item 7, I to V. No, please.
No, honourable member.
We are dealing. He said he's laying. Please.
Honourable member, I think I made the mistake. Instead of saying the Ghana Gold Board is not ready, I should have said the cocoa board is not ready. With the exception of the cocoa board.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, I know that sometimes, for want of time, we want to do a single bow for everything. Can we ask the chairman? One is report on I ready, IV, and V. Let us know which of the report you have in your possession so that you lay them accordingly.
I have said only cocoa board is not ready.
Honorable member, by a statement that only cocoa board is not ready means that all others are ready.
Mr. Speaker, does that mean that, I want to be clear, the appropriation bill is also ready? Because, no, wait, the chairman is not paying attention and he's always fond of firing back. Even when you mean well, he thinks you are attacking. He should take it easy. He says that this is grammar. I'm not an expert in grammar. I don't know the English language well. But if you say all the items under 7 are ready, except the cocoa board,
no.
You mean that the appropriation bill is ready?
Honorable member, if you listen to the clerks,
no.
Wait. Honorable member, Honorable Minority Leader, we can resolve this particular problem amicably. I must state that by the record, the report of the Finance Committee on the appropriation has not been laid. So 6 items out of the 7.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not on that part. Mr. Speaker, if we are patient to listen to each other, we can always resolve matters without breaking our shoulders.
You are right. I've seen what you're pointing out.
The chair of the committee must know that he's an important member of this house, especially when it comes to issues like this. He should take it easy. It's not all the time we do the politics and it has to be pound for pound. This is an important matter. Then he will retort and say this and that. All right?
Okay, thank you. Point made.
And he would frown.
Mr. Speaker, the point is that the chairman has admitted.
So your proposal is that out of that, because by the record, that has not been laid, it has not been mentioned. So out of the 6 that I was mentioning it, they stopped at 6, Roman numeral 6.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have the Public Financial Management Bill, 1. We have the Minerals Income and Investment Bill, 2. We have the Petroleum Revenue Management, 3. We have 4, Ghana Cocoa Board Amendment Bill.
Yes. Then we have 5.
Yes.
Report of the Finance Committee.
Yes.
So by your application, once the cocoa board report is not ready, we should take that one out. Yes. So
I want him to apply.
So the cocoa board bill is accordingly withdrawn.
No, Mr. Speaker, with respect, he should apply with the indulgence of the House. Mr. Speaker, we are learning. He should apply to withdraw.
Between you and the chairman of the committee.
Don't go there. Don't trivialize the issues. We are all learning. I don't have any personal issue. Don't go there. Not even on a lighter note. I don't have any issue. He's my friend. He knows. I'm saying that to the extent that he tells us that report is not ready, he should take the leave of the House and withdraw what he himself has already laid. That's a practice.
Well, chairman of the committee, you have the floor. It will come back to the same thing.
Mr. Speaker, with your permission, I would like to withdraw the report numbered IV.
Mr. Speaker, I remain a student of this House. When the chair sought your leave and you granted the leave, does that mean that automatically the item he seeks to withdraw is deemed withdrawn, or he has to move the House to withdraw for a member of the committee or any member to second? Then we know that the procedure for withdrawal has been complied with. I don't know what your pleasure is, but I'm still learning.
The honorable member, let us get it. Item numbered 7. Is it by a motion?
Are discussed prior to it's been made. But we are in an era where new presidents are being set. So I'm hearing it the first time. He's a leader of government business. If that is his pleasure, so be it. But I'm hearing it the first time. He doesn't often consult or engage prior to making application. So, Mr. Speaker, for me, I can't say much.
Yes, Honorable Majority Leader.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I thought I just sent my chief whip to go.
Chief Whip would have a bite on some of the issues raised by the majority leader. But
Honorable Chief Whip, you have the floor.
No, I'm saying he will.
He would. Oh, okay.
Yes, he will.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, but the majority leader is here. And I'm right here in this chamber. And he says he's sending an emissary. Very well.
Yes, he's not only Osahi, he's also Togbi.
Mr. Speaker, that's okay. That's okay. Chief Whip will deal with the matter. But Mr. Speaker, I don't know whether you've taken note of something in this house. You know, the last time the finance minister was in a Gubavera shirt. Today, the roads and highways minister has also gone Gubavera. And we have Honorable Asifwa also going that Gubavera. The good news is that they are all engaging our local producers, the fashionists.
In fact, I want to ask you so that you show me the tailor.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, there are many of them. You are very close to the...
No, your tailor.
Mr. Speaker, you are very close.
No, yours.
Very well, I don't mind. But Kwame Agoja, as a Minister of Roads and Highways, has also gone the Gubavera way. We have taken note of it.
Yo, Ebusians also looking very younger. They have a better lifestyle. They look very smart. And I recommend the apple cider vinegar from Goli. And the super fruits. And the super green. And the ashwagandha gummies. And the sleepy gummies. Then you know free Goli nutrition. What US. Now so I say Utubia. Miss Cromendi say obey use promo code. Promo code in the description of this video. And I so I say you also want to be part of Now check the description part of this video. Now I join it free. Now I end some cool cash. Let us show how far. Enjoy. And say so open to Mubia. Obetimia inboxing me. Now my boy now joining. So I also register as your content creator. And I say wow, she has open media to the description part of your video. And I saw the battle video I see both YouTube, Facebook, and the business also me contact me. Now I share the way registration here free. You can join in the description part of this video. Details in the description part of this video. Now with the budget piece our joining. Yes, Goli gummies. So me see Goli and Waka gummies. Goli gummies. Apple cider vinegar. Super fruit, super green, any ashwagandha, any nyaki home. Yes, Goli, a good product. But me join your moon. Now I need some cool cards that show offer. Yes, Goli gummies.